Hi guys. Yeah, so we start the session. Hi guys, welcome to Social Connection with Modish. And as you all know, in these changing times, Modish has been conducting these series of live conversations, live chat sessions with various industry experts from ranging from lifestyle, beauty, and fashion. And the main purpose of these conversations was to educate and increase awareness among our viewers. So far it's been a month that we have been holding these conversations, and we have got some tremendous response. Karishma and me both have received messages that the sessions were really informative, sometimes they were very fun, and we are really, both of us would like to thank all of the viewers who support us, who join us with these conversations, and who have fun with them. And today we have also one more interesting conversation over impact of COVID on the fashion industry. And we thought it is going to be very, very relevant to a lot of viewers out there who wanted to know how the fashion industry is going to evolve out of COVID. And for this, today we have our guest speaker who is a designer who has made a commendable name in the industry in the past few years. She's known for her effortless chic creations, and I think she's really contributed to keep the glam quotient of a lot of girls really high. So please welcome with me Nikita Tandon, and she's just with us, and I'm going to add her in the live video. Just a second. Hi guys. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining. So Nikita is there with us, and she's going to join us in a few minutes, and then we will have our interesting conversation begin. And before, yeah, I mean, all of you must be knowing that she's a daughter of a very, very eminent designer, Renu Tandon. And yes, she has inherited fashion in her blood, but having said that, she has created her own niche and her own style, her own innovations, and which has led her apart from her mother's signature styles. So we'll be talking all about that and the impact of COVID on the fashion industry with her in just a few minutes. Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you for joining. So yeah, I'm adding Nikita. Hi.
Hi.
Hi Nikita, welcome to Social Connections with Modish. How are you doing?
Yeah, all my pleasure. How are you?
All well, all well. Thank you so much for joining us and agreeing to do this chat session with us. How are you doing?
No, I'm excited.
You look as vibrant as on a Sunday afternoon.
Thank you. I've had actually a beautiful Sunday today. Hi, Sherry. How are you? How have you
Yeah,
been?
all good. Thank you so much. So, Nikita, before we begin the COVID impact of fashion, I really had this personal question out of curiosity. Like being a designer's daughter, very eminent ones, how
Yeah.
difficult or easy was it for you to create your own niche and create your own label? I mean, obviously it's obvious that you have support and you learn a lot, but still I think it's far more challenging also. So tell us more about that. How
I
has
think
the
it was very difficult, very challenging and it was challenging inside with family as well as outside. Because I wanted to introduce drapes and gowns where in at that time in Delhi there was only one another designer doing it, and hardly people were doing drapes at that time. This is like good 12 years back, 10 to 12 years back. So
okay,
when I came up with this idea that I really wanted to do gowns, and I wanted to get into drapes. So it was a little difficult for me to explain it to mom because she, being so senior, was little to her own style
yeah,
of embroideries and stuff like that. So yeah, it took me a while first explaining her that this why this product, what is the need to get this product in the market, and then why should I be launching my label. But then, yes, so once I got the support and everything, people outside are a little bit more judgmental and about you because you come from a family like this who's already so eminent with fashion. They tend to judge you more. They tend to be a bit more overcritical about the way you're presenting your designs. And uh, even at the fashion show, people would compare me that, oh, your mom's fashion show was this and yours is like that. And I'm like, okay, you can't compare me to a brand which has already been there, for so
Yeah.
many years. So, but still, I would say I've been very blessed because the support system as well was great,
Yeah.
in family as well as outside. And more than anything, if you have something unique to give to the market, if you have your own style statement, it may
Yeah.
take time, but you will create your niche market one day or the other. You know, so
Yeah.
people who like your product, they will come to you. They have nothing to do with which family background you belong to or which design structure you've already seen. If they like you, if they like your product, they would want to buy from you. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with that because totally your mom's and your style is completely apart. I mean,
Absolutely,
and
very different.
people who want your outfits do reach to you, knowing or unknowingly, whether it is belonging to Maina, I mean, Redu Tandon's
Yeah,
brand. Or not. So
yeah.
actually, this is true, and we wanted to know, like, personally, second question out of curiosity was, how has this lockdown treating you? I mean, has it made you more creative or any self discovery that you have found in yourself?
I've been more, actually, this time I've utilized very much in loving myself more.
Okay. uh, that's
I
nice.
think all the time I had actually reached a stage where I wasn't being able to give time to myself. How would
Okay.
a day start and end? I didn't know. So I'm very happy during this lockdown. I have cooked, I have cleaned my room, I have meditated more, I have relaxed more, I've watched movies that I had missed out on. And yes, what I'm happy about is, more you relax, your mind is more fresher
Yeah.
to create more. So I have gone back to work now. So I'm more at the stage of where my introspection time is over, I would say. Right now, I'm more in the stage of strategizing my new. Uh, I'm looking forward to giving a new face to my label. I may take 2-3 months for it, but I'm more excited about that because I feel life will take a huge change after this.
Yeah.
And before the wedding season, which hits, which I would suggest, I mean, which I feel is going to be October onwards, I want to be a little bit more prominent with the new looks in my label. So,
Okay. Yeah.
yes, hard work has begun, and I'm happy the time I got for introspection as well.
That's very nice. So that is what we have mainly in discussion with you, like you as a fashion designer and the whole industry, fashion industry is being impacted by COVID, and everyone
Yes,
has to evolve out of it. Everyone has to adapt with the new changes. Like you said, you are strategizing a new, completely different,
yes,
I mean, way to your brand. And
yes.
what do you think will be the major change as a in the fashion sphere, or as a or to the fashion designers?
I think treatment towards the customer is the biggest change.
Okay, yeah,
That entire procedure of conceptualizing a design and making it reach to the customer, this process is what is going to change.
okay, yes,
See, your lehengas are going to be lehengas, your gowns are going to be gowns. You are still innovating designs which people were doing before lockdown, after lockdown. They will always be, a designer will go on recreating. You know,
yeah,
what has brought about the change in the fashion industry is the entire process of conceptualization of your design till reaching it the end consumer.
yeah,
So that procedure will change a lot. At the back end, of course, as designers, we are going to be a bit more cost effective
yeah,
because economies hit really badly, you know, and
yeah,
we're going to be a bit more careful of the fabrics that we use. While designing, we are going to keep. I think, though it is a sensible thing to always keep your customer in front while you're designing, always at the peak of your mind while
Yeah.
designing, but it's going to be a little bit more now. You
Okay.
just can't sit with your heart open and say, oh, I've designed, and people come.
Yeah.
I don't think that is the time. This is the time when people really need to think about what range to make and
Yeah.
what pricing to offer to your client. This is
Yeah.
not the time where I think one should be thinking of making a brand out of high pricing. It is a time to make brand out of loyal brand customers.
Yes. Yeah.
So I yes, a little approach will change. I feel this way.
It's very well said on that. Actually, I was contemplating the whole, because being connected to the industry in some way or the other, you keep thinking. So what actually came into my mind, when you create a collection, and you have done fashion shows, and so is your mom. So you have done
Yeah.
very good fashion shows. I've almost attended all of them. So
Thank you.
once you create a collection and present it on the ramp, it's a altogether different feeling. It involves models, stylists, photographers, the audience, the live music,
Very overwhelming.
the
Very
passion of
overwhelming.
showing a collection. I think as an audience, it appeals us so much, and you are the curators of it. So you know how, and this season, like in July, we expect first fashion show. Already in the year, in March, April, the fashion shows of spring, summer collection are
Yes.
already on, fall, winter ones. So
Yes.
right now we're missing all of them. We have missed half of the season, and I
I'm
don't know what.
missing, I am missing more working with my team of models, choreographers, and everyone, and going back to the fashion week world. Though
Yeah.
I am not sure at how would it immediately start up.
Yeah.
It would be more sensible to go for virtual shows right now rather than a show where we call in so much of public. But a
Yeah.
lot of hard work goes inside when you're planning a show, because the fact is we take more than 3 months.
I know.
And
Yeah.
hi, Ketan, I'm missing you. One of the best choreographers in India, and I worked with him, had the opportunity to work with him 2, 3 times now. So, the thing is, it is, I think it's for the safety of the people that we do more of virtual shows right now rather than on spot.
Yeah.
But the excitement of meeting your entire team and then planning music, looking at models and doing your refits, your fit sessions, all that is so exciting that any opportunity I get, I would run for it.
Okay. So what do you think? Like, will just simple display, because there has been a talk about digital fashion shows. I mean, FDC was saying about that. So what do you think? Will it be as fulfilling as the fashion shows which we have been doing, or
Mahima,
you?
definitely, because digital is the future now.
Yeah.
Digital world is the future. Absolutely. And we are all educating ourselves with the digital world right now. I mean, I am giving course and I'm even attending courses right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have designed a fashion course which I've been giving to
Okay.
students and young entrepreneurs who would like to learn from me. So they are attending my classes. And I'm also taking business classes online. Similarly, digital world is right now such a huge educative platform that whether it is your fashion show or anything else, it is the right platform to be.
Yeah.
People are more keen to see what are you presenting digitally.
Yes.
Even before someone turns to your store today, see, earlier people used to come to your retail store just eyes closed that I need to go to this designer, you know.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody books a virtual appointment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Because
mean, whether it's
people stepping outside, they want to have a very crisp, targeted visit to the store or designer they are visiting.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think it's good. There's nothing wrong in it till the time we all come back to our normal life. you know. Digital is helping all of us. It's keeping us entertained. It's keeping us alive. It's keeping the business going on. So all happy with it.
Yeah. So how's your label dealing with this kind of development? What are the strategies that you guys are adapting? Like since your showroom is open, but as you said, like what are the changes that you guys as a brand are
See,
developing?
right now, as of now, all my social media page has become a little personal, honestly. I know everybody was posting a lot about the upcoming designs or throwbacks and stuff like that. I have done my throwbacks as well, making people remember about whatever achievements my label has made in past 10 to 12 years. But I consciously made the decision of showing the other side of Nikita this
Okay.
time,
Okay.
because it I feel it does help people to connect with you, with your personality, and your personality forwards it to your creation, you know.
Yeah.
So whether it has been about me cooking, or it's been about me meditating or exercising, or even sketching, or it's been about the course that which I mentioned that I'm right now giving, the course that I designed. So I have made it a little, a bit more personal during this season. And of course, within a week or so, it'll totally go back to being absolutely, you know, all about designer centric page. But
Yeah.
I thought I have this opportunity to connect with my Insta family. Why not utilize it?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is what I have thought. I mean, and I'm happy the way I have been. I mean, during this lockdown period, my DMs have increased. The amount of people who have messaged me, questioned me. The idea of me starting this course was all about because so many young girls used to message me asking, how can we start our fashion brand? Or
Yes.
we are into an accessory business or fashion styling or magazine, and how do you suggest us to go from there? So I'm happy that I've been able to bring about some change.
Yeah, I have been following your
Sorry.
posts, and they were very, very. That's what I thought, that you are helping the new beginner. Yeah, please.
Sorry.
No, no, it's okay. So, guys, we're waiting for Nikita to come back. Those who are just joining. So we have been discussing with Nikita about the impact of COVID over the fashion industry, and how everyone is emerging out of it, like the whole industry, the designers and stylists, and what can we do about it. So do stay tuned, and she's gonna be back right away, and then we are going to resume our conversations.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Something just got stuck in my throat.
No, no, take your time. Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, Nikita, another important aspect that we wanted to talk about is like, the artisans who are at the ground level, working, who were working day and night with their stitching and embroidery and everything. They've got serious with this COVID. So, how are you dealing with that? Like, I mean, your brand, how's your brand strategizing to help them? And
Sorry.
that's okay, please take your time.
Actually, most of the artisans are not here.
Okay. So they've gone.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for this.
No, this is completely okay. It happens. You can take your time, please.
Too much ice cream eating.
Oh my God. Okay. I think you want some water. I just forgot that I'm virtually there with you. I was just going to get up and get you some water.
You know, the artisans right now can't really work.
Okay. Because they have to go back to villages and yeah.
They're too stressed. They're too stressed, you know.
Okay.
And you can't even force them right now to come back.
Yeah. And they should
It's not
not.
fair.
Yeah.
So I have, from my side, given break to most of them.
Okay.
And I'm working with hardly 15% of my strength.
Team. Okay.
But which I think for a month is okay.
Yeah.
Maybe later I would want to have more, and I will start rehiring. I'm also restructuring my office,
Okay.
rehiring new interns for design and everything, for graphics and all.
Okay.
So, you know, I understand their pain because few of the artisans literally called me up and they were like, I'm sorry, but we're so worried that we just want to go back home.
Yeah. That should be there.
At that time, I can't be stressing about the creative or the, you know, the salary part, financial part, or anything like that.
Yeah.
It
Of
was
course.
important for everyone to reach home. So, um, right now, the designs that I'm making, the ones that I have started, are keeping as limited as possible. I'm trying not to do extremely heavy stuff.
Yeah.
This is not the time where, sorry.
Nikita, please take a break. It's okay. It's okay. If you feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not designing stuff which is over embellished.
Okay.
You know, people right now need to connect with evening wear, but simpler evening wear, smaller gatherings.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to stick to something which is more usable and can be in your wardrobe for long.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Not trying to make something out of the box, trying to prove a point that look, after COVID, I have come out with something so different, but then where are they going to wear it?
Yeah. Exactly. And then.
So, like I said, I'm trying to strategize, keeping more of usable designing rather than proving a point kind of a designing where, oh my God, I have come up with something, you know. I'm more worried and more concerned about clients who've been loyal to me for so many years.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful to God that, yes, there are people who believe in me, who trust my label. So I feel that I mean, if they can come to the store, outstanding. Even if they cannot, I should be a call away.
Yeah.
They need something, they should have it right there.
Yeah.
So
That's how I.
I'm more in the space of stocking and designing very wearable stuff right now. I'm known for evening wear, so it's not that I'm not making evening wear. I am,
Yeah.
but evening wear which is not going to be like a one-time buy,
Okay.
something that one can be utilized multiple amount of times.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense also. And coming to the next topic we had is like the whole, do you think there is going to be a tectonic shift in the consumer shopping behavior post COVID? Like, how are consumers going to change shopping experience? I mean, is it going to be like you said, like now they want to have a very crisp, targeted visit to your store, but is it going to be more e-commerce, or how's the whole fashion shopping experience going to change?
Okay, I'm going to reply to Aishwarya. I love you too.
Yeah, yeah. I think
She's one
all
of my
your
most
followers.
favorite.
Yeah,
So, Mahima, you know, client will change
yeah,
in terms of need and spending power.
yeah,
See, for a second, even you would think that if I have bought a gown or a lehenga worth, you know, a certain amount,
Yeah.
and you were earlier planning to wear for 500 people.
Yeah.
Maybe right now it's just what, 50?
Yes.
You would rethink.
Completely. I agree.
Yeah. So that is something that designer has to be ready for and has to keep your range planned for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly where my point comes in. I don't want to be in the race of making a design right now, proving a point and something so out of the box that you don't have a 500 people party to wear for.
Yeah.
And then if the client can't pay for something like that, then it's just going to go waste, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I do understand consumers. I don't think, see, consumers in India, thankfully, are very fashionable and quite fashion conscious. And
Yeah.
I love that part about Indian women that they want to dress up every day. And the minute something comes on Instagram, this is fashionable, they want to order it also.
Yeah.
So I love that part, and I don't think that that women thing in us can ever change. We live
Yeah.
with it. We are born with it. That will never change. What would change is, yes, person before spending would think, am I going to wear it once or am I going to wear it 10 times?
Yeah.
So, and I also feel at this time brand loyalty will increase among consumers.
Yes.
A person would tend to go back to somebody who they've trusted in past rather than trying somebody new, because
Mm.
I don't think anybody has the time to take too many trials right now.
Yeah. So they will go back to their designers who they have already, bought some. They're
Yeah,
happy.
you know, earlier I think some people used to go to 10 designers before deciding the outfit for their special
Yeah.
occasion. I think right now they would be happy with those two, three that they are like always in love with. Somebody that they feel that gives a good fit or understands my personality, they would be much more happier with that.
Yeah. You're right. So, if like there is a whole furor of brands selling face masks now. Every designer has started selling face masks, and from the high fashion brands to one. So, don't you think? What do you feel over? And some are selling over a hefty price too. So, what do you feel about that? Is it? Don't you think that? I mean, I just want to know your opinion on.
Mahima, for me, it is just a fad.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a trend. It's just a fad. Will come and go. Um, I know a lot of designers are doing this, but I have made masks. I've made very simple masks more for everyday wear. And yes, I'm customizing masks. If somebody has bought an expensive outfit or an evening wear outfit from me, then
Yeah.
definitely I'm customizing for them specifically. But
Because
my mom has made a very beautiful range of Indian embroidered masks, you know.
okay.
I have pretty much, like, I'm not saying that I have gone too much into making it, because the entire idea of wearing a mask is clinical. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's saving yourself. So, like I said, it's just a fad. This is going to come and go. I see no point exorbitantly pricing something like this, which is more for your safety.
yeah. So this is gonna be like masks are not bad, of course, because they are going to. You have to be responsible, and fashion trends have to be also responsible in some way or the other. So I mean, don't
Exactly,
you
like I
think?
said. So what I'm doing is, when somebody is ordering me, I'm more than happy to make a customized one matching to my outfit.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, if
Because
someone's given me the responsibility to make something for them, I would love to do it for them, that I would want to make it for them, you know. And the ones that I have made are very beautiful lace, crochet, little thread work masks, you know. But they are not
okay,
exorbitantly priced or anything, because I right now don't see the point of exorbitantly pricing a mask, is what I'm trying to say.
okay. So what do you think the style quotient is gonna should be? I mean, any styling tip? What post like in these times when eventually we'll start limited amount of get-togethers and this. What can be our styling? Like, how do the girls out there style themselves? And what can be your tip on that?
Uh, Mahima, I think a lot of styling should change now. You know,
Okay.
people should be going more for fits rather than more cut and stitch, more fit, more comfortable clothing. You know,
Yeah.
even if it is a gathering of 10 people and it's an evening wear, I would suggest more of a drape top rather than like a fur dress or something, because in Delhi, people used to go OTT with their dressing sense, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel right now, the styling that I would suggest everyone to go for more structured drapey stuff, more
Yeah.
soft fabrics
Covered in. Yeah.
on your
Okay.
body, you know. If it's a party, you can go for a chiffon or a georgette drape top. If you want to still make it an evening wear, I would suggest metallics rather than sequin. This is really not the season where you want to be like blink, you know. And yeah, minimalistic
Yeah.
makeup and more of keds is what I suggest right now.
Okay. Yeah. So, lastly, we also wanted to consider, like, how about luxury weddings? Do you think they're a complete bye-bye or gone off the map, or they will make a
No, no,
comeback
no, no.
soon?
Weddings are never going to be bye-bye in India. People love getting married here.
Yeah, but the whole dramatization of it, like the luxury weddings where you have,
Mahima,
I
maybe
mean,
for a
so
bit. Of course, till the time the vaccine doesn't come out, people are fearful. But let's just see. But I'm honestly, I have a very good feeling about 2021. I think it's going to be back to normal and it's going to be superb. What I feel
yeah,
the change would be is that people may cut down their guest list. They may feel, let's just call the ones who are extremely important. People may
yeah,
utilize their money on very important things right now rather than show off.
yeah, as
So
you said, yeah,
that's meaningful life, you know. That is the way everyone should be living anyways. So we are just making a bit more meaningful life right now. And yes, people are definitely ordering for their weddings, and I'm more than happy, and me and mom are very excited that brides have come up to us asking for their wedding lehengas and gowns. And
yeah.
of course, then you feel more special at this time that you can design during lockdown, you know, because a bride still wants to look very beautiful and still wants to look very special on her occasion. So
Yeah.
customizing designs for them is beautiful.
So Sakshi here is asking that, are you launching light outfits for a lockdown wedding soon? I mean,
Are you launching, sorry?
light outfits for a lockdown wedding.
Yes, within a week.
Okay, that's a very, yeah. So Sakshi, you can soon see her collection for a light wedding, and
Yes.
yes. Nikita, this brings us to the end of conversation, and we rather
Thank you,
had a
Mehman. I'm
wonderful
so
time.
sorry for disturbing it in between, really, but thank you
No,
so
no,
much.
no, no. That's fine. We rather had a very informative and very well. You have really given us very realistic and very well information. I mean, over how fashion industry will evolve out of COVID. So I think all the users, on a positive note, let's see that like every one of us, fashion going industry is also going to evolve out of it in a more positive, realistic way, like Nikita said. And don't let your fashion spirit die within yourself. As I
Absolutely.
mean, yeah. So as Coco Chanel said, fashion is not something in your clothes. It is the way we think. Also, it is the way we deal with our ideas and what's happening around. So let's just stay fashionable, like Nikita said, and she's also launching her, collection keeping COVID in mind, which is for a
Yes,
lockdown.
absolutely.
So do
Yes, and I
follow up.
hope to get great response on it. It is evening wear collection, but within a week it will be out. For, and I hope
Yeah,
people are able to use that collection for small get-togethers.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Nikita, once
Mahima.
again for
Thank you
talking
so
to us.
much.
We had a lovely
Hi,
time. Thank
hi,
you so much.
Mish. Thank you, Mish. Thanks, Karishma. Yes, I'm designing masks as well. um, but more usable, simpler masks. Thank you. Thanks, Mahima.
Yeah, thank you, Nikita. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
for all the viewers, if you have missed out on anything previously in the session, those who just joined, we are saving this video on our IGTV channel, so please follow. All right, bye.